Check this out.
Welcome to BLPA Big Show. Hockey sports, life for the adult athlete.
Yeah.
Powered by the Beer League Players Association.
Better follow me.
Follow us, the BLPA, on every social media outlet. Follow the crew on Twitter at Nicker Jones.
Let's get it. Here we go.
Good week, everybody. Welcome. Oh, shit, I forgot. Welcome to the greatest sports show in the world. Good week, everybody. Listen, it threw me off because I was going to do two little intros and go a minute, but I was busy working on the chat side of things, and then I forgot to click over and do the second video. Shit happens, man.
Yeah,
we're rusty. We're rusty. Like I don't know what you want us to do when we're this rusty. But listen, we're not so rusty that we can't forget to tell you where you can find us on all social medias. And I'm gonna let my main man Jason take care of that.
Yeah, so you can find us on all social medias at the BLPA. We even have an OnlyFans. Now, we have no subscribers and no content, but for the right money, we will. I mean, the
fact of the matter is like we get paid to work, all right?
Yeah.
Why pay for the milk? Well, why pay for the cow when you get, I don't know, whatever they used to say about milk and giving away.
Yeah,
we're not giving away the milk for free. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
You can get a good look at a T-bone by sticking your head up a cow's ass, but I'd rather take the butcher's word for it, or something like to that effect,
That's right? Yeah.
But I did tease a little content in Seattle, skate feet, and I think it would be a big thing. I just need someone. I'm an idea guy, all right, and I need people to come and say that's a good idea. I'll do that portion. I'm like, yeah, that would be great, but I'm a director, right? And and so lots of ideas, just not many people to do it, but that's all right. I would be remiss in my duties as the commissioner of the Beer League Players Association if I didn't tell you that this show was brought to you by HockeyWolf.com. Ow, 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 ow. HockeyWolf.com. Beer leaguers just like you and me, trying to make the game more affordable for all of us. So if you need equipment, if you need team set of gear, team something, you can check those guys out. They do have some BLPA stuff, but the main thing they have that I see people rocking all the time, and they tell me, got this by listening to you guys, is these skate gloves. Jason has, maybe he'll have 50 before we know it. I don't know if he'll have 50, but that would be nice if he did, right? And so basically, go check them out. They're our boys. They're our friends. They support the BLPA, and we're huge proponents of supporting people that support us. Go check them out, HockeyWolf.com. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow. So this is kind of a post and pre-show. We're going to post Nashville here. We're going to talk about our predictions and how we're always right. I don't even know why we talk about it, because we're so right on these things. It's on the money.
Nailed it.
Always.
Nailed it.
But then we got Buffalo coming up this week. We're in a stretch, right? We're in a fucking, this is it. We're fucking dick deep in it right now. Basically, it's up right there, right? Because we were in Nashville, but I couldn't go because I'm Neo, remember? Yeah. So I'm Neo. And then we got Buffalo. Next week, we got Columbus. The weekend after that, we have Canmore and DC, same weekend.
Same time.
Then we got to go to Charleston. And then after Charleston, we got to go to Minnesota for another double duty, but it's this double duty at the same rink. And then what's after? Then we got Austin, Texas on OU Texas weekend, Boomer Sooner.
Yep.
And then we got, by the way, fucking Brent Venables, fucking Lincoln Riley comes out and says, hey, well, I can't recruit talent to win the college football playoffs at Oklahoma. That's why I'm going to USC. And Brent Venables comes in. He's got like the number 4 recruiting class in for next year. Lincoln Riley is a piece of trash. But anyway, so we got Austin then, and then right after Austin, I believe we're at the Beer League World Championships, and then a weekend. Oh no, and Austin we have Milwaukee as well. We have Milwaukee. Hey Eric, I can see your name. Yes, you got it right. We have Milwaukee same weekend as Austin, and then we got Vegas Vegas Halloween off, and then Vegas again, and I believe that's almost it for the year. We have Colorado Springs on Thanksgiving weekend and SoCal in New Year's. But it doesn't stop.
But then we just jump right back into it. It's
stop.
Not over. Just because the year ended, it's not over.
No, it's a New Year, same old bullshit. We start Philadelphia, and that thing is fucking. Listen, here's the deal with Philly. This is wild. This is a wild stat. We've done one Philadelphia tournament. We've sold it out twice. Isn't that nuts?
I used that line in my post game post game speeches in all the locker rooms. I told them, listen, if you want to go to Philly, sign up now. We've sold out twice. We've only done it once.
Yeah, it's insane, and I'm sure we're gonna. I mean, the place there. I mean, it's outside of Philadelphia, but at Bryn Athens College I think it's called Jung, I don't know, Jung. Pavilion's outdoor. It's bad as shit. It's awesome, right? So we got that, and I want to give a shout out before we go. The boys of the BLPA Roundtable. I mean, they're all pieces of shit. I mean,
for sure,
they're pieces of shit, but they're our boys. They're just our boys that are pieces of shit. Right? But they have a show.
They're our pieces of shit.
They're our pieces of shit. Yes. I've made every single one of them famous. All right. That's what I do. I've made them famous. People know them. They're famous as fuck. But those guys, they do a show every week. They like to say that they're way more consistent than we are. And what I said is if we were that consistent, it'd be unfair to everyone else. So we pick and choose.
We're giving them a chance.
And now that we're doing all the drafts, like we're there, like we do a pre and a post. I don't know what the big deal is. I don't know what they're bitching about.
Yeah,
so
they're just making things up at this point.
Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to name drop us for relevancy.
Right.
You know,
so people will come.
Yeah. They're like, they know Nick and Jason. Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll fuck with these guys.
Listen.
Yeah. We'll listen to those guys. So, but anyway, they do a show every week. And I chirp them, but they're just three dudes hanging out, talking about shit. Like that's basically it. Like they don't have like a main thing. Like we're beer league. Like we talk about what the BLPA does and the crazy shit that happens. And, they just talk about, so, but in honor of Buffalo, I just want to let you know, I pulled out the old smoker today, smoked me some wings, probably better. There's probably only one place in Buffalo that can compare with the wings that I made. Today, the best wing place in Buffalo. It's called Buffalo Wild Wings. Don't know if you've heard about it. but I smoked the fuck out of them. And this is a little wing master tip. When you're smoking them, usually if you smoke them, you don't put anything in them, they get a little rubbery skin on it. Because that's just the way the smoke, it like mixes with the skin, it oxidizes. That's just science. You guys wouldn't understand. But if you throw a little baking powder, not baking soda, that'll make your wings taste a little bad. But if you throw some baking powder on there, pull out that moisture out of that chicken and just crisp up that skin a little bit more. So that's just a little pro tip from a dipshit. So.
Okay, thank you.
So I don't know if you I've been to your house. I didn't see a smoker, but you're getting a new house. I don't know if it has a smoker there.
No smoker, because we also have a really good wing place where I'm moving. It's called Buffalo Wild Wings, so that's where I'll get most of my wings.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's why everyone says like that. Everyone wants to argue about which wings are the best, and there are some good wings in Buffalo. Sure. As long as you put ranch with them, they're good. And Duff's is a pretty good wing. I know that's a touristy, but it's good. Like I got really crispy wings, really good flavor, but they only serve like barbecue, hot, medium, mild. That's all they serve.
Have you ever been to Wild Wing Cafe?
I have been to Wild Wing Cafe, and it's pretty decent too. It is a pretty good wing. It's a solid wing, but
they have a peach barbecue sauce that is out of this fucking world.
Have you ever been to the Ice Den in like Fort Lauderdale, Florida?
No. Yes. Wait, I have.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain I have.
In their bar upstairs, they have a raspberry wing sauce. And look, I don't know if you can tell by looking at I know it's a rough exterior. I love fruity shit, bud. Like, and you say raspberry fucking margarita? Yep. You say raspberry wing sauce? Yep. So yeah, I'm a wing connoisseur, basically what I'm saying. But what I was trying to get at is there's a lot of wing places in Buffalo. You got Duff's, you got Bar Bill, you got Gabe's Gate. Everyone knows Anchor Bar, but Anchor Bar is trash. Buffalo people can back me up on that. But there's only one wing place that is spread all over the fucking nation.
Everywhere.
They're in Canada too, and that's Buffalo Wild Wings. So how can you argue against Buffalo Wild Wings when they're everywhere? So it's got to be the best. That's just math. Hi, Erica. How are you doing?
It's the most consistent wing you can get in the country because it's the only wing you can get all over the country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, Buffalo people are I'm gonna say, you know what? Get on your fucking blue and red tiger stripe tight pants and come fight me. All right. I don't know what else to say. Like we can fight. You can jump through a table, and then as you're down, jump through the table. I'll fucking kick you in the face a couple times, and I'll say B-Dubs is the best. Like it.
And then we'll head to B-Dubs and get some wings.
Well, yeah. And guess what? If you come, we'll treat you. It's on us. So yeah. So other than that, so we do got Buffalo. Super stoked about that. I'm still dodging COVID over here, and the old lady got it. And so I'm just I'm holding my breath everywhere I go around here. I'm wearing like, I'm not having it now, but if you've ever seen that movie E.T., when they come in to try to get E.T. in those suits, that's what I'm wearing around this house. Okay. And but I couldn't do it now because I got to let people know. I got to let people know who I am. I can't come in like a Among Us video game, right? It just doesn't look good. Right. So, but let's talk about Nashville. Okay. Nashville, I didn't get to go, and I'm super bummed about it. It looked like a great time. But I didn't get to come. And there was a lot of shenanigans. I was kind of following along with people. A lot of shit talking. A lot of shit talking. A lot of yelling. A lot of I don't want to call anyone out because I don't think it's fair because I wasn't there. I just got to see like the chat in the groups, and I got to see a couple live barn clips. I like that one of old Pecky Yard Sale just getting fucking blown up. But I do feel that he should have got 2 minutes for embellishing right there. That's just my professional opinion as someone that's ref 2 games in my life. When I look at that, I 100% embellishment. That's just what I think.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about Nashville, my friend.
So Nashville was a good time. I thought everyone had a good time at the party with MC2 running it. Me and Peck were jumping over hurdles left and right to make sure that we got it off and going, but it was a good time. The talent was way higher than I expected as far as the actual hockey. Like there were a lot of really good hockey players out there, and it was one of the quicker skates that I've done in the last few tournaments or so. And then of course we had our predictions, which we nailed. Yeah, well,
we're going to get into that in just a second, but in the interest of predictions, and we talked, and you boldly proclaimed, without a doubt, that you and old Pecky Boy would have a points game, points tournament. How did that play out?
Well, Peck had a lot of points, and then so here's what happened. We drafted Alex. Alex didn't come.
Didn't show.
So he wasn't on our team.
He didn't show.
So Peck played center and was rolling him and one other person, where I played wing and I was rolling with 2 people. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So for the first day, me and Peck had almost no shifts together. It just worked out that way. The second day, we purposely kind of staggered it so we'd have some shifts together. That first game, I think together we had like 4 goals, and like we were both on the ice for all 4 of them.
Okay, so you're a little plus 4.
Once we got out there and were able to get some momentum, we had it. If we would have been out there all weekend together, it would have been a points weekend.
Well, and yeah, probably would have showed up a little bit better in the standings. But I just wanted to check in and see how that points weekend. I know you're struggling. You know, we chat throughout the weekend, and you just no points. I think after Saturday you said I cannot have less points on Sunday than I did on Saturday.
Well, what I told you, Alex didn't make it. Alex had a point on Saturday, according to the score sheet, and I had none. So that hurt. That hurt a little bit to see, him with the goal and me no points.
Okay, and that's fair. And let's just shout out Alex here before we go. Like Alex is basically when you think of like a farm guy, that's Alex. He does farm and shit. He does a lot of weird shit out there on the farm. I don't know exactly what it all entails, but all I know is he didn't show up Friday and he didn't show up Saturday, and so I got a little worried because he's my friend, and I'm like, okay, that's not like Alex. And I messaged him, and he basically said, hey, we had a guy that lost a bunch of hay, could shut his whole operation down, so we've been fucking hauling hay to him about 200 tons, and I'm like.
It was something crazy, yeah.
2,000 tons. 2,000 tons. Can you imagine how much 2,000 tons of hay is? Hay doesn't weigh very much.
Man, it takes me 45 minutes to mow my yard, and I hate that shit. So no, I can't imagine.
2,000 tons.
2,000 tons of hay.
2,000, or maybe it was 1,000 tons. It was a fuck ton.
It was a lot.
It was a fuck ton. A fuck ton of hay is what it was.
Literally a fuck ton.
And then he showed me pictures. And when I was younger, for some beer money in the summer, we'd bell hay. Like they'd bell it, and then we'd have to fucking roll around in a field, and someone would drive, and then you'd have to get the hay and fucking toss it up there. And and it was bullshit because I never got to drive, and fucking dudes in their air conditioning, and it's 107 degrees outside, and I'm out here fucking chasing hay bales, but I needed beer money, and so those are just little bells too, like 50 to 100 pound bells. These are something like 1,000 pound bells or something. Yeah, it was fucking insane. But anyway. So shout out to him. And while we're giving shout outs, I just want to say we really appreciate everybody in the BLPA for one, but we super duper appreciate VIP members. You're looking at number one right now, number one VIP member. Jason's wearing a VIP shirt, but these guys make shit happen for the BLPA. We have extra initiatives that we like to do, and that's how we put the BLPA, the VIP box money to use, and also our Patreon people. If you want to support us, but you don't want to buy the VIP box, you can support us patreon.com/theBLPA. Shout out Michael Cosentino and the whole Cosentino family.
The whole Cosentino family.
That guy loves hockey and the BLPA so much. He literally tuned in to every game on Live Barn and basically scouted everybody. Like he knows stats, players. Like he was doing the play-by-play. It was insane.
I'm on the bench and I'm doing this like constantly, and people are like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Michael Cosentino's fucking texting me about the game that I'm in right now." I'm like it's like he's live tweeting me and I'm here. Like I don't need him to tell me. I'm here.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm sorry. Anyone? I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments right now. Any way to post the link in here in the chat? What's the link for, Devin? I'm sorry. The Patreon, the VIP. Didn't you? I think Devin just literally signed up as a VIP tonight. Newest VIP guy. But okay, so here's also what I want to discuss. Like if Michael Cosentino is watching Live Barn games, there's probably some other sick fucks out there just like Michael Cosentino that want to watch BLPA Live Barn games. So what I wonder, Devin, thank you for signing up too. We really appreciate you. You're probably more handsome than Jason, so you might be the most handsome VIP member. I don't know. Send us a picture. Send to receive. You have my consent to send. And so what I want to see is if I can get a Live Barn account, like a company, like whatever the fuck it is, and we embed that shits on our YouTube or our website, will people tune in and not just to watch? Okay, watching is one thing, but if we can get it on our YouTube or like on this thing and people can chat amongst the game, that would be the shits right there. And then it opens up a whole bunch of other shit. Like when we were trying to do the fantasy beer league, like we can get that thing going, and then you can actually watch the player. Like it opens up a whole world. Like these are the ideas that I'm talking about that I have, but I need other people to say, okay, I'm gonna lead that charge, only because I would lead the charge myself. 100% would. I just got so many other charges I'm running in front of, you know how that works,
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
No pay. I mean, but I do think that would be a good idea. Like if it's just on here,
we'll tell you you're handsome.
Yeah,
we'll tell you how handsome you are.
I'll give you so many goddamn compliments. It won't even register in your brain. You'll be like, you'll wake up one morning and be like, oh, Nick hasn't complimented me today, because that's how much I compliment you. And so anyway, but I do think that would be cool just to be able to watch it, and you can live chat, just builds that sense of community, that real BLPA community. Okay. So let's talk about our predictions that we nail all the time.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Both of us were the same. And usually I like to go against you, but but I fully believed in my heart of hearts. I just fully believed here that this is what it was. And also I need someone, let's see, John Andrews in here. John Andrew, I need you to monitor this chat that we're having. I need you to monitor the chat. I need you to tell us who the most active chatter is, because the most active chatter as judged by you is going to win a free entry into a draft experience. So people share it in the group, say, hey, get in here, start chatting, because you're going to get $399 for free. So anyway, all right.
Hey, well, before we go, just one comment I noticed in the chat is that Jeff Peck says that me and him are basically the new Jeff Peck and Big Dad. And pretty soon we're probably going to get banned from playing with each other. It's that much chemistry on the ice.
Here's basic. They've never played against me and you, one. Fair. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know. They don't know chemistry, right? They're stuck in biology. They're biologists. We're chemists, right? We produce chemistry. That's all we do. Eric, you're welcome for that. You're going to look so good in that Firebucks jersey. Okay. So, one thing about that, I've been getting chirped all day today, basically about, oh, well, Nick and Jason together all the time. And, me and Kyle have one 50-point weekend and we can't play together. I'm like, yeah, 50 points in a weekend is a little bit extreme, don't you think? especially when I dared Big Dad to do something. And so they go up by 10 goals and he decides to go end to end and snipe, a lower level goalie and, and putting up points, 50 points. Woo. Piece of shit, really. But who am I to judge, right? I'm not a judger. I'm just a commissioner. I'm not a judge.
Right.
But then they were chirping me like, okay, how's that? I'm like, listen, Jason literally just became staff. I don't know what to tell you. Like, he just started emceeing tournaments. So those rules are eventually going to apply, but it's not going to matter. I'm going to keep taking home these, Jeff. What do you know about these, Jeff? What do you know about these, motherfucker? But anyway, okay. So these were our predictions. I keep getting sidetracked by the chats because they're asking me questions. I'm going to answer all these questions. I swear to you, I will answer, but I got to get to this because we said, let's do a short one. Let's just update. And this is not going to,
we were like, we're going to get on and off and we're going to get out of here.
This is not going to be short. Okay.
No.
So, we got Jack Dangles is who we had they just look on paper. They look like,
on paper,
they look like it.
Possibly the best team we've ever seen.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, not in handsomeness because that's any team Jason and I are on. Right. And you add in Frank, bud. I get the tingles just thinking about it. Okay, so we had Jack Dangles. We had Johnny Skater as second place. That's the team that Peck and Jason were going to be on. Then we had Southern Chirpin. My favorite team because I'm a fanboy of Amanda, and she's badass, isn't she?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
She danced me several times where I was just like, fuck, just go.
Yeah.
It is like she came back to embarrass me. Like she got past me and then circled back around and was like, no, I'm not done, and danced me again just to show me that she could. She's that good.
Hey, when I first met her, it was in Iceland, and I saw her, her brother played with you, right?
Yeah. Yep.
They faced off. She walked him off the face off at center ice, went and scored. I was like, okay, so there's no chance she can walk him again. Walked him again through the very next play. And I'm like, it just happened. And then it's just that's just how good she is. That's just how good she is. And I'm number one fanboy. Amanda Coughlin, number one. So we said they were going to win the silver, and then Fire Pucks was going to be last place. Not for any reason. The thing was, all the goalies were good here.
Yeah.
I mean, they were all good goalies. So that's usually what I judge. If you want to hear my predictions, that's usually how I rank the goalies in the tournament. And that's just how it happened. So here's what happened. The gold medal game was, Johnny Skater was in it, that you guys were in it, but Fire Pucks, the team that we said was going to be fourth place, was just and they did work on everybody. They were like 1-1-1 on Saturday, and all of a sudden they woke up. They woke up on the right side of the bed, apparently, on Sunday morning, and just worked everybody. So Fire Pucks got gold. So we were wrong on them being last place, but we were right on.
Walker
second place. Yep, we were right there. So we're each going to get 1 point for that because we're going to start keeping a tally. Okay, we both get 1 point for that. Southern Chirpin was in the silver with Jack Dangles, who we thought was going to be first place, and Southern Chirpin did win. So we were correct there. So because we were correct, and it was a medal game, we get 2 points.
Okay, I like that.
Okay, so both of us, we get that one. We got 3 points out of that one. Okay. But I just want to reiterate, we said Jack Dangles would be first place. We said Fire Pucks would be last place, but they weren't. They flipped it, and that's a testament to how hard it is. Like people always chirp me. I know they're just chirping me to get under my skin. It doesn't get under my skin because nothing gets under my skin except an occasional ref. But they say, "Oh, you rigged it." Like you rigged. Like I've won 2 gold champions in a row. Not a big deal, but I am back-to-back champions in my tournaments. And they're like, "Oh, you rigged it. You rigged it." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I rigged those 2, and then I also rigged myself going 4th place in the previous tournament. So what do you want me to do?"
Yeah.
So.
Well, I've lost 3 gold medals in a row. So.
So you're due.
No big deal.
You're due after that. Okay. So I know you want to talk about a certain topic, but let me scroll through here really quick, just so we can get this stuff. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here's where we go. Wanted to say thanks again for posting up the Nashville sweater. Fire Pucks jersey is going to look hot. You're very welcome. So DC jerseys released soon. Yes, I got the proofs back for the DC jerseys today. I really like them. I wish I was going there to that one, but I got to go to Canmore, which is starting to pop.
I will be going there.
Yeah, you'll MC2 over at DC. a cool theme, cool rink.
Can we call it MC 1A and 1B?
Whatever.
Like that feels better to me.
Whatever.
I'll be 1B.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. We can call us whatever we want. Really. You know.
Okay.
We can like how I was calling. What was it? Peckbacher. Or
I think it was Lip Pecker.
Yeah, Lip Pecker is what your guys' proname. So ours could be like Fleabacher or whatever, or Limpart. You know, I don't know, whatever.
I like Limpart.
So I mean, so there we go. So DC jerseys are releasing soon. Hopefully tomorrow. If I can get a render tomorrow. Same with Charleston. Charleston is and listen, I'm gonna release the Charleston one right now because there's a new show that just started called Game of the Dragons.
House of the Dragons.
House of the Dragons. And we're going to do House of the Decks. That's the theme. It's a badass theme.
Hell yeah.
I've only seen the first episode of House of the Dragons.
I'm going to watch the second one as soon as I'm done here. That's why I wanted this to be quick.
Yeah, me too.
It's not going to be. Yeah. I'm still going to go watch it.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so let's see. Best weekend of all time. Oh, yeah, best weekend of all I've had in a long time. I like that. Can't wait to see the Charleston theme. I just announced that one. Commissioner is the judge and the jury. I appreciate that. But I am not God. I am not the judge and the jury. I'm just a handsome motherfucker that runs a beer league group. That's all I am. Any update on whether Buffalo will be 4 or 6 teams? It's going to be 6 teams, and we're going to do a lot of fucking skating. So unless we can get some more players, we're going to do a lot of goddamn skating. So
hell yeah.
Hey, Peck, like I said, I'm going to, after Buffalo, I'm going to get a stopwatch, and I'm going to time Peck's shifts, and I'm gonna might hockey his ass where I blow the whistle every time it's 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I gotta defend my boy here. Jeff Peck took short shifts and pass this weekend.
Listen,
we got to put those to bed. Now the toe dragging, he did a lot of toe dragging, but he got around a lot of people toe dragging too. So listen,
I can attest Peck can pass and well. He doesn't do it often. But he can, and maybe it's just because he doesn't want to pass to me, because he's done it once. I fucked up, like I fucked it up, right? But the fact that you said short shifts, I've never seen that from Peck, which is fine. Listen, I don't judge, right? I don't judge. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just saying I've seen long shifts. That's why when Peck's like, I'm playing right wing, well, I'll go play one of these other forward positions. And so basically, right there. But hey, we love Peck. Can we talk about how Jason walked Joe Luciano? They want to hear that story.
That happened.
Wait. In Joe's defense, he is not a defenseman.
Yeah.
Fair.
But 100% fair. But listen, I came in on Joe, and he'll tell you he just didn't expect it. I gave him the old Jeff Peck toe drag and went right around him. Now, lucky for him, Ray was in net. And I put that puck right up towards the corner. Ray got his shoulder up on it, off the post and out. So luckily, it didn't cost his team. But I gave him the old Jeff Peck toe drag and walked right around him.
Okay, hey, I like it. Hey, shout out Limbacher for toe dragging not a defenseman. Let's see. Women are badass. Erica, you're right. Love women. Dude, she took Tim Mack out. Tim's a big guy. This guy says, all I want to hear about is Brad Gwynn. We'll get to that.
Okay. Yeah, we got you.
Let's see. The ref, Mike Fry giving me the gears, making the rules as you go, the commission work. Well, listen, you got to have some perks as a commissioner. Like, you have to. The BLPA that flashed the road crew deserves a discounted decks. Hey, she said she'd come on and tell us the show. And I love her. Like, she was great in Raleigh, and she'll be great in Charleston. I think she's going to come to Charleston. So, someone just said I lost it on the ref on the Sunday game. I don't know who it is.
That's got to be Mike.
Yeah, maybe. And let's say you did pick Gabby and set those Bears up to win. You're right. I did pick Gabby, but I didn't know who Gabby was, to be fair. I just knew, I knew she had 170,000 followers on TikTok. And I knew that they said, oh, yeah, she's a good goalie. That's all I heard. I didn't hear like she was the best goalie. I just heard she was a good goalie. And I was like, okay, well, let's give her, maybe we can get some TikTok reels going on here. Maybe make myself famous. I don't know.
Yeah.
All that gold. Can't wait to bring home the hardware. What's the Austin theme? Ooh, do you want to talk about the Austin theme really fast?
Let's do it.
So there's a guy that plays in our stuff. he plays. He's a dueling pianist.
Okay.
And he has a show that travels around and does dueling pianos. So he's going to come set up at the draft as a dueling pianist. And they're going to do a show, a dueling piano show with the draft. Something different, something, just out there, right? So I think we're going to do famous pianist for the theme. So we do like Mozart, Beethoven. Now hit the classical ones. And then we'll do some like Elton John, Stevie Wonder.
I was going to say, Wonder's got to be on there.
Ray Charles. Yeah. And there's got to be, is Billy Idol a pianist?
I have no idea.
There's another fan. I have like 6 of them, but that's it. Someone just asked me, what in your judgment is the best Dex team ever? I'm going to have to say that it was probably one of the Chicago. I wasn't there because that was my first bout with COVID. And I heard it was pretty high level, but the best one that I have ever been a part of was Team Canada in the Ann Arbor Dex, because we somehow got 4 ringers and just smoked everybody. Listen, we smoked it, and listen, that happens. I'm not trying to say, oh, don't come to Dex, because it doesn't happen often, but sometimes it does, especially when you're in a new place and new people. But we smoked Big Dad so hard, he threw the game on Sunday so he didn't have to play us. And you know what's the shit about it? You know why? Oh, and I said, keep it going on this guy. You know why? Because he embarrassed me in Nashville because I dared him. And I said, you know what? Again. And he literally, they threw the game on Sunday so they didn't have to play us again, because we would have stomped another one in them, I think.
Yeah.
Not maliciously, sure. just funsies.
Hey, can we talk about the Columbus theme though? The Columbus theme is
okay. Columbus theme, Mario Bros. Do.
Those jerseys. I've seen a couple of pics.
Who showed? Did I show them?
You didn't.
Oh, but I see.
I've seen a couple of pics.
This is why I can't share with people, because I like surprise. I know you are. I'm just saying.
Staff now.
In general, in general, that's why people are like, oh, just give me a peek. I won't tell anybody. They always tell. They always do. But guess what? I'm going to start making this a VIP perk. Perk. You get a little special access to the thing. So, So basically, Austin theme is that. Columbus theme is that. Someone said Peck skated short shifts, but he's too afraid to show his name in the chat, so I don't believe you. It's probably Peck on a different account. Shameless plug for everyone going to the Buffalo Dex to come to Desiree Stanton's party at our property on Saturday. Here's the deal, Devin. Cool, but we usually do something Saturday night too, so I don't know. Like we were going to plan a big wing night on Saturday night, so we'll have to see what's going on. People sign up for Charleston. Yes, please sign up for Charleston. We did the best team. Dwayne called the ref a fucktard. Oh boy, that'll get you every time. All right, so that's it. You think the VIP won't spill the beans, Nick? Yeah. Okay, cool. I can deal with the VIP because the VIPs are special. They have status. So you got to say, okay, cool. If you spill the beans, I get it. But guess what? Only VIPs know. So don't you think the other people you tell should be VIPs too? Or are you going to ruin what's special for the VIPs? So then you leave it in the VIPs' hands. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I got Peck over here. This is Peck's quote because he's such a well-spoken individual. Shift these nuts in your mouth is what Peck said.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Are people signing up for the Pucks for Autism tourney? No, they aren't. I'm not sure. We're trying to get it there. We're halfway to where we need to go. They're putting a push on, but we're going to have to make that call soon. So if you want to skate in a Dex and it's close to Chicago and it's for a charity, it's for a good cause, sign up for that so we can make it happen. So, all right, you guys keep chatting and I'm going to not look over and run the flow here. What do you want to discuss? I mean, you had something that was important about the tournament. So hit me. Yeah.
And it's in the chat a little bit here. So I want to talk about yelling at refs just for a second here. So there were some complaints about the refs at the tournament over the weekend. And I'll start by saying this. I've been to a lot of Dexes, and at a lot of these tournaments, no penalties get called. Like the refs just kind of like let everything go, and it's like no penalties. The refs in Nashville treated it like it was a beer league game, right? And they called what they felt were penalties. And there was more called than probably any decks I've ever been to. But I think it was just called a little tighter. There was only one team complaining about the refs, one team. And that team also happened to have a few people yelling and cursing at every call the refs made. So I just want to go on record, and I said this to my team, and I say this to my league teams. There has never been a time where yelling at a ref got you what you wanted. It's never happened. And
never.
In fact, yelling at the ref is probably just going to make it worse for you, especially when you're at a tournament and that ref's going to ref multiple games with you in it in the same day. So, just stop yelling at refs. The refs were fantastic this weekend, by the way. I know a few of them, and they're some of the best refs we have.
Listen, here's the deal about referees. And I'm going to sit here and you're going to think I'm preaching to you, but I'm not. And you're going to say, this hypocritical motherfucker, I've seen him literally kick a ref out of a game, yelling at him. I've done it before. And I think Jason just froze on us. So I'm going to keep going here. Jason, are you back with us?
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back.
I was saying, like, you're going to think I'm hypocritical because you've seen me chase a ref out of an arena before.
He did call you a motherfucker.
He did that draw the line there, right? I mean, it's just whatever. Because I didn't call him a motherfucker, but anyway, I digress. Yelling at refs, you're right, is never going to get you anywhere. And I don't care if they were wrong.
Exactly.
They're human.
Doesn't matter.
And now I'm to the point, now that I see it now I own the company and I have to oversee people doing this. I'm embarrassed of what I did in Chicago. I still think it was deserved, but I'm embarrassed that shouldn't happen. And I also realized that if I was to play more games with that guy, he would always have it out for me.
For sure.
And so when you talk about Brad DeWin, which I love Brad DeWin, by the way, a huge supporter of what we do, great guy. If he probably gets it a little harder than he should in our group, like people are obviously chirping him, but I think in the group I found when people see something that works, they beat it until it's dead. Like the ranch and blue cheese thing, not an advertisement, that kind of stuff. It just keeps going. And I think Brad has gotten to the point where it's just like, it's enough. And I get it. I agree with him. But like, you can't step in and say, be nice to Brad, because that's going to make it worse. Right. That's high school shit, right? That's how it would work. But when Brad yells at a ref, and I can see him yelling at a ref on Live Barn, I'm like, Brad, what are you doing? Like, this isn't going to end well for you. Like, you can be upset, just say fucking brutal call and go about your business. Right. That's all you could, because I've only changed the ref's mind one time. I've done it. And that was only like me and a guy fell in a corner and a ref had his hand up, and all I did was turn and go, but I didn't trip anybody or something like that. And he was like, and I was like, okay, cool. I did it. But outside of that, like if the refs are bad, cool. They're probably bad for every team though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like everyone has to live by that.
Exactly. Yeah. And again, I thought the refs were actually really good. Two of the refs are normal beer league guys. They're ones that when they show up, you're like, oh, this game's not going to be a shit show because these guys are here. But yeah, it's just and I agree with you. Like you can skate by and be like, "Ooh, brutal call," and then go to the box or whatever it is. That gets it in their head, like, hey, maybe I made the wrong call, and you get your point across without absolutely berating, somebody to the point where they're like, okay, fuck you. When next time you touch a guy, you're getting a penalty.
Yeah, because you fucked up, bud. You did it. You did something wrong, right? And especially at our Dexes, like it seemed like Nashville, and I wasn't there. I'm just hearing like the comments that maybe the attitude was a little amped up a little bit. Like it was more about winning than mostly. Which listen, be competitive all you want, but like I say and you say as MC1B. You would say, listen, it's not about winning. It's more about the games and the beer and all that stuff. And sometimes you can't control that. You can just say, hey, this is what we're about. And I know that like Eyebrow, 2-time back-to-back champion, but I don't care. Right. I mean, I just want everyone to like, I have just as much fun most of the time when I go 0-5 as I do 5-0, but listen, going 5-0 is great. Like it is like people like to win. I get that. But as far as refs, come on, boys and girls, like there's no need, like you're never going to win that battle. Refs have ultimate authority on the ice. I've never seen them make a wrong call. You know why? Because even if I think it was wrong, it was right. They called it, and that's what it is. So
yeah, exactly.
Oh, I got to tell people how not to be Facebook users. Let me just paste this link here. Oh, is this it? Oh, I don't know if that's it. Shit, boys, I don't know how to do it. It's not letting me do it. Someone else gonna have to do it. It's the very first chat here. But so that's that. But what I also want to talk about here is that we did a post today in the BLPA, and we said if you could change one rule about your beer league, what would it be? And there was a lot. There was a lot of stuff, and people are going off in the comments now. Like even Erica. She said, I don't even play hockey, but there's never been one time during a softball game that 6-7 dudes tell me no when I ump a softball game. So this is across all sports,
Sure, yeah.
right? It says, hopefully no dicks, bands, and buttholes this weekend either. Listen, bud, sometimes those things come out. You know, it's just sometimes there's dongs and anus. Like what am I gonna do? Like I'm not promoting to do it. You know, we don't
ask for it.
Yeah.
Like we don't get up there and say, "Hey, welcome to the party." Buttholes out, but some people just take it upon themselves.
Yeah. Like too bad. Like, is there a word for wiener that starts with B? Boner. Boobs,
buttholes.
Boobs, buttholes, and boners. Let's go. I mean, it's a big party. Like we're not out there doing that kind of stuff, right? Someone says helicopter dongs to be specific. Nah, ain't nobody helicoptering at draft parties. So, but what's one rule? What's one rule that if you could change one rule about your beer league, what would it be?
It would be something around ringers and who can play in what divisions, right? I don't know what the exact rule I would change would be, but something to the effect of if you play 2 divisions above whatever league this is, you can't play in that league, right? Like, so if I'm in D and you play upper C, you can't sub for a team in D.
Yeah, I mean, that part, I get it. Like, it's so hard to police because everyone wants to police that shit, and they don't realize that to police that shit is time.
It's a full-time job.
And you know what? Time equals money. And
right.
If it has to do with money, you don't want to pay more for your beer league. So you're kind of caught in a catch-22. Like you want people to self-police it. I get that. But we know, you and I know, and we've been guilty of it. I'm going to say I probably have at some point of stacking up stuff because you got your friends. Maybe your friends are better. You want to play with your friends, but you also want to win. And so self-policing is really hard, and especially at the lower levels because it becomes an arms race really at those lower levels because low-level teams, let's say you have 6 low-level teams and one team gets a ringer, another team gets 2 ringers, and then another team sees, both teams have ringers, so they'll bring out a couple ringers, then one team's going to get 3, and then before you know it, instead of being an E-League team, you're a C-League team, but you got 4 E-Leaguers that are like, well, we're E-Leaguers, we're just going to play down here, and usually that's the captain, and so he's just going to stay in E-League. I 100% get it. So if you want to police, I always say this. I say this every time someone says, oh, you could do this. I could do anything I wanted with time and money. So if I had unlimited time and unlimited money, I would make everything that I ever thought about happen. And if you want the league to ultimately police it, like really police it, then you got to pay for it. And there's a fine line between what beer leaguers will pay versus what they want to happen. It's just a thing. So people can bitch all about it. Let's put your money where your mouth is. Like, let's go find me a league and pay me. The league pay me whatever, $50,000 a year. That's just a average salary, right? Let's say $40,000. $40,000 a year. So basically you're paying me $800 a week to go out and just watch beer league games and fucking boot out motherfuckers that are, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then that comes with its own set of problems, right? Because when you're in a place like Calgary where there's 30 leagues, well, if you don't like that this motherfucker's policing me, then I'm going to go to this other league. And then, so now the league that is trying to be proactive about it and do what everyone says they want done is now actually taking a financial hit because they're actually trying to do everything right.
There's less players.
It's a whole circle. And I don't think a lot of people don't get to see that behind the scenes of what it does. And for me, luckily, I've worked for a team that had 300 teams, a league that had 300 teams in it, over 5 cities. So I've seen that behind the scenes stuff. And I mean, all that stuff is really good, really fucking good in theory, but time and money. And how does it affect?
But how hard would it be to just put a rule in place that says if you've played upper C, you can't play anything below lower C. That's as far down as you can go.
I mean, that's great, but then someone can say, okay, I played upper C because I was playing with my friends. I was the worst player in upper C.
Too bad.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's always an excuse. There's always there's always oh, well, just make an exception for me. And then once one exception's made, well, then
no fucking exceptions for me, bud. You played upper C. That's the rule.
Yeah, but then your best buddy Frank comes in, and he's an upper C goalie, and now he wants to play for a lower D team, and you say, okay, Frank, I get it. You're old. Now you're just going to be a D League player. I don't care that you played upper C. Now you're a D League. But then someone's going to come and say, well, look, he played upper C 2 years ago.
But if I'm in D and he's in upper C, if I want to play with him, we just have to move to lower C together. We got to meet in the middle.
Well, in theory, that sounds great, right? Until your feet's put to the fire. Like I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying in practice, it's a lot harder to do that tough. Kind of shit, right?
Sure.
Some people said blue line icing. I'm always playing blue line icing for me, and like player level enforcement. This one I like from Luis. Adding promotion relegation. Firm believer. Firm believer. Personal opinion. You win a league, move it up.
The problem with that is, though, they moved that team up, and all the good players from that team just drop down and join some other team. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have to do it at a player level. If you were on this team, you can only play in this league next year.
But yeah, I mean that is a hard. I mean, you're right. Like I said, way easier to talk about than put into practice. And if we had unlimited time and money, we could do it, right?
Right.
But I am a huge proponent of, if you win a division, bump up. Take your team, bump up. If you're in last place, guess what? Boom, boom, boom. You move down. If you're right in the middle of the pack, well, guess what? You're probably in the division you're supposed to be. Because one thing that I found that a lot of people don't understand is every division, me as a tournament provider or a league provider, my dream is that every game that's ever played ends in a tie. 0-0, 1-1, whatever.
That's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
There's going to be one team that's the worst, and there's going to be one team that's the best.
And everyone else,
no matter what.
And everyone else in the middle. Someone's going to win that division, right? And it doesn't have to be the same team every time. So if you're in the middle of a division and you're at close to 500 record, if you're 4-4, if you're fucking 5-3 or 3-5, you're where you're supposed to be. It's just plain and simple. And some people don't like that because they think, okay, I pay a lot of money, I need to be near the top, and that's where you get into the portions, right? So I mean that was I do like the relegation. Stop team sandbagging. This is another, lower the price every few seasons to use up some of the 70,000 that they have in the bank account. I mean, listen, running a league is hard work. It's really fucking hard. It's stressful. It's hard. You deal with a lot of shit. You have to, you think of if you're a team captain, you think of collecting the money for your team. Now multiply that by 30, 40, 50. The profit's the profit. If you don't like how much the league makes or how much league charges, that's why you can go somewhere else. You can even start your own league and try to see what happens, right? I mean,
the reality of things is things get more expensive over time, not less expensive. So
exactly. I don't know anything. I don't know anything that's ever went backwards in price, other than my stock portfolio. I mean, it's just, I mean, you can only YOLO GameStop for so long. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's right.
No games after 10 p.m. Again, it's a product of wherever you live and how many rinks are there. Checking. So this guy thinks you should add checking to his beer league to stop some of the bullshit. Not open ice hitting, just checking. Okay. And here's my take on that. Ouch.
I'm not interested.
Listen,
thanks anyway.
When I started a league in Grand Prairie, Alberta, in the fucking bush, like these are hardcore. They've been playing their hockey their whole lives, right? And I go up there, and our league is even called like the non-contact hockey league, right? And at first they're like, no, that's fucking, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner. There's contact in hockey. And I'm like, I get it. Like, I didn't name the league. Okay. I'm just fucking here trying to start a league. Like, give me a break. But they told me, and they said, listen, here's the deal. I know you say no fighting, and you'll kick us out forever if we fight. Well, we're not interested in that. And there's one reason why. If there's a guy being a dummy, he needs to answer for being a dummy. Like if he comes out here and he knows that there's no repercussions, you're going to see a lot more people acting like dummies, swinging sticks. So if John went to work and he had a bad day and he comes out and wants to start hacking people, he needs to know that if he does that, the answer is a fist in his face. And these guys have been playing their whole life, and they're really good. And I'm like, it sounds like you guys police yourself, right? And I even say this in like our ringer division, the BLPA Bash. Hey guys, I didn't play your level of hockey. I don't know what goes on. I can stand and hear you guys chirp each other. It's great, good times. But I can't police it myself, right? You guys can take care of yourself. And I tell them before the tournament starts, all these other divisions, no fighting. if you guys feel you have to pop somebody, I need to know that you guys are okay with that. I'm not saying they're going to keep playing the game, but I'm not going to kick them out for the whole tournament, never invite them back, because you guys know what you're doing. Like for me, I'm a dummy. Right. If I tried to fight, I'd hurt myself. It's just the way it is. Right. And so at the end of the day, there's so many rules you could change. I do like the relegation. I even thought about this for draft. No more penalties. No more penalties. No more power plays. You still get penalty. No more power plays. Every power play is a penalty shot. And the penalty shot, the guy gets it at center ice. The other guys chase him from the goal line once the whistle's blown. And if he misses it, the play just keeps going. But if he scores, he scores.
Okay.
I want to try that.
I like it.
I want to
try that.
Yeah, I really do want to try it. I think it would be fun and it'd be interesting.
And whoever's doing the shot is obviously whoever drew the penalty,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Whoever drew the penalty.
So what would you do for like a 2-minute minute on the ice?
You get to pick one person.
Okay, I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
I fucking love it.
And here's the kicker of it. The only problem is like me, I'm slow as fuck, bud. I'm molasses out there. How embarrassing is it going to be when I get caught from the fucking opposite goal line? It's going to be embarrassing as shit.
I'm going to have to shoot from the top of the circles because somebody's going to catch me before I can get in close on the goalie.
Yeah, but maybe that keeps it going, right? I mean, I think it's fun, and it just keeps the game flowing. Maybe we'll try it in – I don't know if we'll try it in Buffalo. We'll try it in a 4-team tournament and see what happens. Just to see. Okay. I think it'll be fun. I think
it would be awesome.
Something interesting. Maybe we'll even start – all face-offs are like that. Every face-off.
But if we have that rule though, every time someone touches my stick, I'm dropping it. And I'm just gonna look at the ref like, no, okay, all right.
Someone asked, what if it's a penalty on the goalie? And I'd say, let the goalie shoot. And guess what? Then you better hustle your ass back. You better hustle your ass back. So that's hey goalie. I'll give you the shot, goalie, but you're gonna have to. You gotta play the game. Penalty rules shot in Charleston. Maybe we'll say Charleston was the first one. I just think it's fun. Just little stuff like that that's just a little different and kind of makes things a little more interesting. And people are like, okay, because I think people get really excited. Like, unless you're losing by a lot, like if you're losing, getting your ass kicked, you're probably not. But I think people will be like, that's exciting. Let's do it. Let's just keep the games going, right? So, but anyway, that's basically that. Anything else we should talk about? We should cover.
No, my wife's gonna kill me if I don't go watch House of Dragons.
Well, buy her some mirrors. Okay. Last one I want to ask you about before we go.
All right.
What and why I'm asking this? If John Andrew's still in here, I haven't seen him. John, give me who you think is the winner here. Like who wins the decks? And listen, the only thing that I can't give it to you, I can't give you the free one to Milwaukee because it's a charity tournament, and that defeats the aspect of charity. And 2, I can't give it to you to Iceland. Right. So those are the 2. And I can't give it to you to Columbus because it's sold out. It just, okay. But anyway. Okay. So out of all these tournaments that are coming up, we have a lot of them. Out of all of them that are coming up, which one are you most looking forward to and why? And I'm also going to ask the chat that.
For me, it will be DC because it'll be the next one that I'm emceeing. And it's one I've never played in before. So I'm really excited for
all
DC.
About you. Right. Yeah. I just love you some you. I get it. Yeah. Well, I get it. Oh, well, the next, let's see, Buffalo, cause it's the next one I'm emceeing. No, I've been to Buffalo one time, never to play hockey. So that's up there. I love Charleston. I love the theme in Charleston. I love Charleston's like a Boston for me because there's so much history there. Like that's where the Civil War started. A lot of and just like when you go down into like downtown Boston, or I'm sorry, downtown Charleston, like you feel like you're back in the fucking day, bud. Like it's like all those old, like I walked into like a old house and like there's literally furniture there from like the 1850s, and like I like museums. No shame in my game. I like seeing that old shit. And like they're basically like, okay, well, we went and tried to get this appraised, but they can't appraise it because it's the only one of this quality and workmanship.
Priceless.
That's what they said. They said we cannot, no one can put a price on it. And there's, you get to learn a little bit about the dark history of the United States in terms of like the slavery and how that, and that stuff is really interesting to me. Just in the pure fact of like, how could humans do that to other humans and think that, oh shit, that's okay. But then here I am as Mr. Pro Roman history, and that's all that they did. They just stuck those motherfuckers in a coliseum and fed them to tigers for entertainment. So go figure. I would say that, but so
Charleston has a cool rink too.
Yeah, Charleston does
a good facility.
Are you going to Charleston? You'll be in Charleston, right? Yeah, you're okay. Good.
Yeah, most likely.
So basically, in Charleston, they have a college squad that plays out there, and you weren't there last year, were you?
I know, I missed it. I heard it. I heard the legend of the tale.
Hey, Friday and Saturday night, college games. The night we're there, so it's going to be insane again. But then like Canmore is a cool like. I'm struggling to get into Canada with the BLPA right now in terms of like we've canceled all the Canadian tournaments except for Lake Louise last year, and we have Lake Louise coming up in 2023. Canmore's finally starting to get on the board and start to fill up, and it's all new people. And I love getting new people into the cult. I love getting them to drink the Kool-Aid, and I love getting them to where they come to more and more and more and more. So I'm pretty stoked about that one. But I think at the end of the day, I think I'm super stoked about Dexgiving. That's a big one because it's a bunch of people that just support the shit out of us, and I love that. So that's the one, and it's Vegas, right? And basically, here's what I'm saying. I want $100 from everybody, and what we're gonna do what are we gonna do? Roulette this time?
I don't know. You're due. Whatever it is, you're due.
So basically, you're in, is what you're saying. You're in for $100.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Okay, I'm in for $100 too. And what do we say we're gonna do? We're gonna go and we're gonna put it on red, right? And if we're correct, we're gonna pull the money out that we already won, like the money that
we can refund it.
Yeah,
so
we can
you
refund
got your money back.
Yep. And then we're gonna write it out 4 times, right? And so it's always gonna be red and black. So we do red. So let's say we have $1,000. So we win $1,000. We refunded the 1,000. So then the second roll would be 2,000.
Yep.
Third roll would be 4,000, and the fifth roll would be $8,000. And then we just divide that by how many people. This is a foolproof plan. Like I mean, there is risk involved. Obviously, we saw that with the spins, but I think this is the way to go. Like, can you imagine we walk in with like $10,000 and fucking win the first one, and then win the second one and the third one, and then we lose it on the fourth or fifth? That would suck. That would be some. But it'd be fun.
I mean, at least everybody got their money back.
Yeah. I just want to say that we got PS Big Show is way better than Roundtable. Although I miss Danny Vibes takes on the Big Show. Listen, we're not comparing each other. Like, we're different. Like, those are just 3 dudes bullshitting with each other. We're guys that are specifically for what we're doing on the BLPA. We're way more handsome than them, and we've lived the life of international beer league playboys for much longer than those guys. So you can't really see. I don't even know who it is. I don't even know who the Facebook user is, but he says I'm in for $100.
There we go.
So there we go. But other than that, I can't see. I just want to keep you on until John Andre comes in and says who won. Someone gave me the SPQR, Senatus Populisca. Yep, that's the Senate of the Roman People. I can't say. We are trying to get Tampa going. Austin does have the best facility. Volpe's in for $100. Man, Volpe's in for everything, but I love me some Mike Volpe. I love me some Cassie Volpe too. Are there any Saturday night festivities planned for DC? Got any of that, Jason?
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah,
on the fly.
It's a hard place in Laurel because it's in between DC and Baltimore, and so who I would tap if he's still talking to you guys is Brad Dwin. Yeah.
Right.
And yes, we do need more movie nights. We actually have a 20-foot blow-up screen in the trailer. So if the trailer's there, we can have a movie night like nobody's business. Peck's just, his schedule, dictates where the trailer can go and how close we are to him. So, God, I don't see Andre in here. Like, he literally left us hanging. He literally said, I'm on it. And then bailed out on us. So I don't know who else. God, this is shit. Like, Michael Robert. Yes, I'm working on the same place we played in Toronto last time. I'm working on that place to do a Toronto tournament. Same place. Fuck, I don't know who are we gonna go.
I got one. You want me to pick one?
Yeah, because I want this. Listen, I have no say in this, so don't call him bitch at me. Find Limbacher on Facebook and bitch at him if you want to. If you want to bitch at him.
You can find my Facebook and you can just post on my wall. We just said most active, right? Like, I'm just scrolling through and I can tell you who's most active.
Hit him.
All right, Eric Reimer.
Oh, Rhyme Daddy there. And guess what?
Yeah.
I think Rhyme Daddy was wanting to go to Charleston. I think he was wanting to go to Charleston, and I think he was kind of just seeing if his funds would help him. So I'm guessing that Rhyme Daddy is going to pick Charleston right here. Let's see. Look, Michael Roberts said, give it to Reimer. That dude wouldn't shut up. Hey, shout out Michael Cosentino.
And the whole Cosentino family.
And the whole Cosentino family. All right. Hey, guys, that's it for us. We were only going to do a short one, and we got – wait, let's go 50 more seconds because I know the roundtable didn't get to an hour tonight, and they said it broke their streak. And we're going to talk about how we're the consistent hour-long show of this one.
I mean, we get on here, and we're like, let's be short. We go for a full hour. Yeah, because we have a lot to say.
And you know what's insane about that is we planned 0 of this show. This is 0. Professional. We're a professional podcast. Like we just are. Like we just have it. If there's an it, right. We have it. Someone said Seoul, South Korea is going to be lit. It is. So listen, whichever one commits to the ice first. Like I know I'm keep throwing these 3. We got Seoul, we got Tokyo, Japan, we have Rome, and we have the Czech Republic. Whichever one commits to me first, that's where we're going. I can't just wait for the perfect one, but we will go to all 4 of those. Now I also want to go to Denmark. I mean, I've been wanting to go there for a while, but my buddy named Justin Rose just went over for a military thing, a hockey thing, and those guys were rad, and I'd love to go there too. Let's see where we're at. We're at 1 hour and 6 seconds, so I think that's about a good a time as any to say, hey, thanks for supporting us. HockeyWolf.com, check him out. Go follow him at Beer League Jason. Follow me at Nicker Jones. Those are both on Twitter. You can find us at any social media channel, the BLPA. And other than that, guys, we super appreciate you supporting us. I need to give a jersey away too. So the next most active person was Devin McDermott. So I'm going to send you a nice little jersey there, Dev, for being so active in the chat. We appreciate you. Thank you, guys. We love you. We'll see you next week on the most consistent 1 hour show on the BLPA network, the BLPA Big Show. So be good or be good at it.